bankrupt both of ourselves. In all these years, our paths just keep recrossing state after state. First South Carolina, then Boston, and most recently I've now followed him, intentionally or unintentionally, if you're a psychologist, so you're the only one who really knows, here to North Carolina. I'm incredibly proud of the personal changes I've seen in Chris the past 8 years of his time with God and himself and as a single man. I'm beyond thrilled that's no longer the case because he has so much to give Marie, and I've personally witnessed that over the past 8 years. We've talked and talked and talked and talked and talked, and my wife can confirm that if she's over here. How many more talks I need to add to that? Perhaps we are verbal processors, but Chris has a great intellect. If you don't know him, you need to listen. He just helps me think through and dismantle bad thinking, bad feeling, and all things unhealthy and replace it with deep truths of life. That's not something necessarily everybody knows about Chris, because you gotta get to know him. He won't just dump that on you. But if you get to know him, he thinks a lot, and he reads a lot, and he is deep. Chris has a podcast and a book, and a capacity to read inside him, and strain out and teach me the essential parts of all the types of philosophy to extract current events and teach me all the things I didn't know would help me in my day-to-day life, honestly. I don't know how many people know this about him. You need to ask him about the intersection of politics, philosophy, psychology, and his knowledge of God, and then take notes. He's a fountain of knowledge. Now, Marie. I don't know Marie all that well compared to Chris. Thank God, she says. So I won't have nearly as much to say, but thank God. Keep it quick. That's one thing I know. Keep it quick with Marie.
Mercedes will fill in.
Mercedes will fill in, okay. Marie is super real. That is one thing I know. It's not easy to offend Marie. So here's a fun example. Early in my introduction to Marie, once I got her number, we exchanged a couple of texts that I kind of cringe at now because I was so incredibly blunt. If you know me, I tend that way. It was about an opinion I had, and she could have been so offended. I don't do great, again, ask my wife, with being gentle. So when she wasn't offended, I was kind of blown away because I didn't sometimes know what I say with verbal diarrhea. Get it, Marie?
Yes.
Yeah, verbal diarrhea. I have that in common with Marie. To this day, I think it just rolled off her back. I'm not even sure if she remembers. It was so refreshing that Chris's wife is not easily offended. Thanks for not hating me for my bluntness. One of the things I love most about Chris and Marie together is how real and honest and open they are with each other. You can't fix what you don't admit is a problem. You can't heal what's hidden. And marriage uncovers the hurts in us like nothing else can do. You're a couple equipped with truth, Chris and Marie, honesty and love, and the person behind all truth, honesty and love, Jesus Christ, the personification of true love. If that just sounds like religious mumbo-jumbo to you, you ought to ask them about their relationship with Jesus sometime, because what the pastor was saying today is very deeply meaningful in me, my life, Woody's, Becky's, Chris, Marie, and a bunch of people in here. And you should get to know the God of all of our existence.
Yeah, right.
I thank you for your ear, and I hand off to Mercedes for fun with stories about me.
You're welcome next time.
Awesome. Hey, Noah, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name's Mercedes. I'm Marie's little sister. We share a mom, and today I proudly stand here as Marie's maid of honor. Marie was 10 years old when I was born. I can't imagine that was the easiest transition at that age. But luckily, she never resented me much over it. Quite the contrary, she's always loved me unconditionally and included me in her shenanigans from the jump. Thanks to Marie, from a very young age, I was introduced to many iconic movies, music artists, bands, and TV shows and video games.
That's me. Video games.
So while other toddlers were singing nursery rhymes, I was singing songs from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. While other kids were watching Looney Tunes, I was watching Beavis and Butthead. And while other kids were learning to recite the alphabet, I was recalling names of band members. She had a Guns N' Roses poster in her bedroom, and she'd quite literally point to each member and make me tell her their name as well as what they played in the band.
That's a memory.
But it wasn't always fun and games. One time I remember she was watching Pink Floyd's The Wall with her girlfriend, and I was forcing myself to be there with them. And she turned to me and she told me that I too would be marched into a meat grinder when I went to school. Pretty sure she got in trouble for that one. But what's a great big sister without some childhood trauma, right? Marie went to college in New Paltz, New York. That's when and where she went through her punk rock phase. So now this may be hard to believe looking at Marie here today, but there was a time when Marie had dreadlocks, piercings, and wore 2 different color eye contacts, one blue, one green. Our mom wasn't a fan of this look, but me, I thought she was cooler than sliced bread. It was also during this time living in New Paltz where she met her great friend Rebecca, who is here tonight as a bridesmaid. The two of them were passionate about the free to bed movement and the cause, and this led Marie to an interest in Buddhist philosophy, an interest that would eventually lead her all the way to Boulder, Colorado. Visiting my sister in Colorado was something I looked forward to and did quite a few times through the years. These visits expanded my mind and allowed me to experience a very different American culture. I was in my teen years at this point, her in her 20s, so Marie brought me to my first Rocky Horror Picture Show live event, introduced me to writers like Jack Kerouac and Hunter S. Thompson, blew my mind with philosophical concepts, expanded my knowledge on old school hip hop and gangster rap, and was my best confidant and trusty advisor in all things boys. While living in Colorado, Marie hit the books and became a nurse, and what a perfect career choice that was. She's smart as a whip, this is true, but her compassion is truly what sets her apart from others. She is a feeler and a healer. Putting others before herself comes naturally. When she cares deeply. The only career I would choose for my sister other than caregiver is teacher, and so it's not at all a surprise that she recently graduated from Bible school, or her desire to be a missionary to lead the youth of today towards faith, because along with compassion, faith is something Marie has always had. No matter what obstacles has been put in Marie's path, she's always found strength and faith. I'm amazed every day by her courage, her devotion, her grace. And she has been a lifelong teacher of mine, teaching me important lessons like the power of forgiveness, how it's never too late to learn something new, how it's never too late to start again, and that love and family always find a way. I know in my heart this path is her destiny. Marie, I'm so incredibly proud to be your little sister, even if I am taller than you, and I know Joe, her brother, feels me on that one. But just to circle back quickly to the lesson that it's never too late, Chris, when I first met you, I was just a little kid. I vividly remember the day Mom, Marie, and I got in the minivan to pick up Marie's boyfriend from Garrison train station. I was shocked she had a boyfriend. I didn't think she was allowed. But there you were with your long strawberry blonde hair. I remember my first thoughts being, boy, this boy has seriously pretty hair. And now look, as I quote my 2-year-old daughter Aurelia, you have no hair. Jokes aside, Chris, I'm so happy with this reunion and now forever union. Some say we have many soulmates, but only one twin flame. And for those who have never heard of this, it's said that your twin flame is a mirror of your soul, like your soul's other half. They say when you find this person, your soul knows immediately. However, one of the biggest notable differences they say between a twin flame connection versus a soulmate or karmic relationship is that there is often a marked period of separation before the forever union can occur. Now, I know not everyone here believes in this stuff, but I'd say you two make a pretty strong case for it. So, on that note, I'd like you all to raise your glasses for a toast in the form of an old Italian wedding blessing, because, as you all know, Marie loves her Italian heritage.
I do.
So, may your life...
More like science down here.
May your life be like good wine, tasty, sharp, and clear, and like good wine, may it improve with each passing year. Congratulations, guys. Cheers. Love you. Alright, who do I give this to now?
So that was Israel and Mercedes, everybody, and they're precious to our family, and glad that we could share them with you. So we're going to continue with a little music, encourage everybody to dance, have a good time. We're going to be here until 9 o'clock at what? Yeah? Yeah? This is Marie's day.
That's okay with everybody. So I can guide them. By the way, she has a very nice family she married into. Very musical, which I like. And which I didn't know that until, well, I knew some of them were musical, but now I know they all are, even this. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised at that. And the band is phenomenal, by the way. Phenomenal band. Many years ago, I booked bands, and I had little Anthony, I had all of them, but I'm just saying, you guys are great. You really are. And I want to thank everybody that came. I want to thank my sister, came from far away, my beautiful wife, and everybody else, and my son Joe. And I'm proud to be part of the same family here. You know what I'm saying? All good people. And you all believe in God, which is good too. I like that. I grew up Catholic though, so I went to Catholic school and everything. So, but we're all Christians. Look at it that way. You know what I mean? And I met a lot of good people here too. Even some homeless ones. No, I'm just kidding. He knows what I'm talking about. But I want to thank everybody that's here. And I just wish this is forever. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this, when I come down here, it's home. You know what I'm saying? And thank you very much. I don't want to bore you too much.